entire project and you agree with everything in it?
Yes, I did receive my copy this morning, have had a chance to complete a cursory review, and we are fine with all the content.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll open this up to the public. Do you have anyone who'd like to speak on this item? If not, we'll close the public portion of the hearing. Commissioners, any questions or comments?
I'll make a motion to recommend approval of lot line adjustment 00232 as recommended.
Okay, it's been moved to second for approval. Call the roll, please.
Schaffner?
Yes?
Ivana?
Yes.
Torres?
Yes.
Iver?
Yes.
Rivera?
Yes.
Gaddis? Palin?
Yes.
Rodriguez? Roman?
Lot line adjustment 00232 stands approved by the Imperial County Planning Commission. This item may be appealed to the Board of Supervisors, provided appeals filed within 10 days from today's date with the Planning and Development Services Department. If there's no appeal filed, then the lot line adjustment can be completed according to conditions that have been approved by your commission.
Thank you. Okay, agenda item number 11.
Okay, item number 11 is a parcel map 02433 is submitted by Rosa Arsenis, and again, this is presented to you by Hugo Valdez.
Subject property is located at 585 and 585A Appalachian Drive, identified by assessors parcel number 063-032-054. It is legally described as Lot 1, Block 3, Imperial Northwest Acres Number 2, Tract 895, Phase 2, in an unincorporated area of the county. This is within the city of Imperial's urban area. Danielle, Priscilla, Hector, and Rosa Barcenas have submitted parcel map 24 and 33 requesting a minor subdivision. The project will involve subdividing a 2.36 acre property into two parcels. Currently, there are two existing residents on the lot per approved CUP 06-0030. The purpose of parcel map 2433 is to allow each home to be on its own legal parcel. As of the two new parcels, form will be as follows. Parcel 1 will consist of the west portion of the lot and will measure approximately 1.16 acres. Parcel 2 will consist of the east portion of the lot and will measure approximately 1.20 acres. Access to parcels 1 and 2 will be formed from a proposed extension of the Appalachian Drive cul-de-sac just adjacent to the property. Water will be provided to each parcel via an IID canal utilizing an existing water treatment system. As for sewer and drainage, there will be an existing septic system and on-site retention basin for each individual parcel. The project was heard at the EEC on April 24, 2008 and received a negative declaration. Subject parcel is zoned A1, limited agriculture according to land use element, and is designated urban as per the county's general plan. Proposed subdivision under parcel map 2433 can be found consistent with the county's general plan and zoning ordinance. It is recommended that you conduct a public hearing and hear all opponents and proponents of the proposed project. Staff would then recommend that you take the following 4 actions.
Did we have a representative for this project?
Yes, good morning. Tom DeBose, Development Design and Engineering here at El Centro.
Have you read the entire project and you agree with everything in it?
Yes,
Any questions?
fairly happy, but we agree.
Imagine that. Okay, we'll open this up to the public. Would anyone like to speak on this item? If not, we'll close the public portion of the hearing. Commissioners, any questions or comments?
Yeah, I had a question.
Yes, sir.
You heard about doing acre and a half subdivision. I thought we weren't going to do that anymore. No more dividing lots. What, did something change? I'm not up to speed on it.
I'm not quite following what your question is.
It needs the subdivision map for families to understand it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gaddis, maybe you can repeat your question. Maybe I'm not following what your question is.
We're dividing one parcel into 2 separate lots, is that correct?
Yes, on this particular case?
Yeah, I thought we weren't dividing any more parcels.
In the
Less than 40 acres.
In the agricultural areas?
Or was it only, so it's within the urban?
This is in the urban designated area?
It's not incorporated, I mean, it's not in the city of Imperial, right?
No, it's in the unincorporated, it's outside the city limits, but it is within the designated urban area plan for the city.
Okay.
Yeah. If you were out in the agricultural area, you're absolutely right, we would be recommending against the rate hold.
I have a question. I just need a clarification. On this special condition 5, which I have a project coming forward from the definition actually similar to this, but it's basically the same deal. Requirement of a potable water system or a water supply from the city is basically specified by our ordinance. The way I understand it. That's pretty much it. And that ordinance basically references the California Drinking Water Act and all that other stuff. So, because I don't understand it, I researched it a little bit and try to understand, because we're making a lot of people do this. In fact, I think in the county we've already had one water plant built for a parcel portion of a 4-lot subdivision, which is considered a minor subdivision. And in my reading, and I've tried to talk to Jim about this and some other people about this, I don't see where it actually states that you absolutely have to do that. I mean, the code references the ordinance, and the ordinance says all residential developments, R1 through R4, are required to do the following: put a street in, all that stuff, right? And it has section H. All subdivisions shall provide for methods of potable water supply and sewage disposal that shall meet the requirements of the approved and be approved by the Imperial County Environmental Health Services Division or the California Department of Health Services, whichever has primary jurisdiction. At a minimum, all subdivisions shall be connected to a water system that meets the design and operational standards of the California Safe Drinking Water Act, California Health and Safety Code, commencing with section 116270, and regulations adopted pursuant thereto. Alright, so that didn't tell me. So I went to the other two, trying to figure out what they were talking about. Alright? And it gives you definitions of a public water system. Public water system means a system that provides 15 or more service connections or regularly serves at least 25 individuals. A paid small water system means a system provision for piped water to public or human consumption that serves at least 5, but not more than 14. I don't fit a 4-parcel subdivision or a 2-parcel subdivision. You go all the way to the end, and it talks about water districts, which is, we're talking about IID here, right? An IID is considered a water district. A water district, as defined in subdivision B, in existence prior to May 18, 1994, which it's been in existence before that, right? That provides primary agricultural service through a piped water system with only incidental residential or similar uses shall not be considered to be a public water system if the department determines that either of the following applies. I know you've read this a million times, and I'm going to read it anyway. The system or the residential or similar uses of the system certify to the system that they are providing alternative water for residential or similar uses for drinking water and cooking to achieve equivalent level of public health protection provided by the applicable primary drinking water regulations. Number 1. Number 2. The water provided for the residential or similar uses for drinking, cooking, and bathing is centrally treated or treated at the point of entry by the provider, pass-through entity, or the user to achieve the equivalent level of protection provided by the applicable primary drinking water regulation. Point of entry. So that tells me that a point of entry system qualifies to be used because it's an IID. And isn't that what we're doing with all these other projects?
The short answer to your dissertation? Well, no, I wasn't going to be quite that blunt, but no, it would be appropriate, but no. The short answer to your question basically would be, we would allow you to use a point of entry system if you can get a letter from the state drinking water standards folks that says that that is an acceptable means of treating water to the level of potability. The problem that we've had with these things is not that the systems don't technically work. The state has always taken the position that unless they're operated by a licensed water treatment plant operator, they are not considered meeting the standards. That's the difference. It's not. We've never argued that you can't build it. In fact, you know you can build a technical device to treat water to potability standards. The state simply doesn't give you, the homeowner or the property owner, that liberty of running it yourself because they don't trust you. So the answer is, we're not talking about water districts, we're talking, we don't want to make it the district's problem.